Hi everyone, this is a movie that will introduce you to our Access class and the software that we're going to use and how you get between Blackboard and My IT Lab, and then how do you do your assignments in My IT Lab. So the first thing is you're looking at is our Access class. Usually each weekend I'll change the announcement. When you land on our class, the announcements page will come up. So you would want to look there for any changes or to look at what's due that week. And then if you look over here on the left, there's two areas. There's a lessons. So if you click on lessons, it will have a folder for each week. So if I go into week 1, what you'll see in this folder is the overview of the week, what you need to do. For example, for this week, you want to read chapter 1, which talks about the 4 main database objects. It talks about tables, queries, forms, and reports. So you want to read through that material. And then in this class, everything is done in My IT Lab. So you would use the materials in My IT Lab if you needed to, if you wanted to. So there's movies in here, there's the PowerPoint, all of that is provided inside My IT Lab. And then there is the assignments for this week. So for chapter 1, we're always going to have a training, a homework, and assessment. Okay? So to get to My IT Lab, I'm going to come over here and click on Pearson My IT Lab. Yours may look a little different, but you would find the My IT Lab course content. I'm going to go in through instructor access. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try this. See if I can do this. Once you set up My IT Lab, you should have direct access between the two systems. So now I'm in Pearson My IT Lab, and you're going to see each folder then corresponds to a chapter or a capstone test. So for chapter 1, I'm going to go in here to the chapter 1 folder, and then just like I identified back in Blackboard, there's a materials, which there's the e-text. So if you didn't have your textbook, or if you chose to only get the e-book, this would be where you would go to get it. Any files that you need for the data, the blue box videos, which are videos that supplement the material in the blue box in your textbook, and then the PowerPoints. As part of these videos, I'm also going to, starting with chapter 2, I'm going to provide some chapter walkthrough. And those will be in Blackboard. All right, so then if you, I could use the breadcrumbs here and go back to chapter 1. And if we look at assignments, it's always going to be the 3 things: training, homework, and assessment. So I'm going to click on the training, and you're going to get the 4 box: download your starting, work on your computer, upload, and submit for grading. So you always want to start by downloading your materials. And I usually do download all files. I like to use Chrome, so I'm going to download all files. It's going to walk through. Down here at the bottom, notice it's a zip file. So I'm going to click on that zipped file, and it's going to be in a zipped format. You can't use this stuff, these files, when it's zipped. So I always want to click on extract files, and then you want to place it wherever you want your work to go, so that you know if you have a USB, if you have your personal hard drive, your a travel drive, whatever you're using. I'm going to go ahead and put mine out here in this folder. I'm going to make a new folder and I'm going to call it Chapter 1. And then, so I'm going to put these files in Chapter 1 and I'm going to extract. So now I have these files and they are no longer in a zipped format. So I can get rid of the zipped format. I can close that. And whoops, I hit the wrong thing. So here are my files. So let's just take a look at what the files are. So there are the instruction files, and you know that's the instruction because it's a Word document, right? And then these are two files that you need to complete this. So I'm going to open up the grader, the assignment, and then here is my instructions, right? So I'm going to just put that there, and then it says start access, download, save the file, which you don't need to do that. Just you can leave the file as it is downloaded. Import the participant table, okay. So if we take a look in our textbook, on page 64, the detailed instructions on how to import are listed, because this is just the grading rubric, right? So if we use the instructions in the textbook, it will tell you how to import. So let's go ahead and just do this first one. So I'm going to open this grader file. I'm going to enable my content. And this information that's in the in your textbook, that's what I'm going to create movies about. I'm just going to minimize this My IT Lab. Sorry, I had some other stuff up here I should have. And then I'm going to just do right click side by side. Okay, so now I can see it. So this first step, import the participant table into the database. So if I look on page 64, it says, okay, how to import a table. And notice on your paper it says A1.4. So that's the blue box movie that will walk through this step. Okay, so there's a couple different places that you can get help with this. So I'm going to go ahead and it says click the external tab, click access because I want to import access. We're going to click browse, and then I have to go back and find where I downloaded those files. So for me, I did it in Springs, and then here, Chapter 1. So wherever you extracted those files to is where you got to go get that. So we want to find participant, open, and then we're going to import it into the current database. So we're going to go OK, and then it's going to ask me what table do I want to import it to. Well, there's only one table that works. So we're going to do table participant. I'm sorry, we're importing it into a new table participant. So we're going to click on it and do OK. We do not need to save it, so we're going to close it. So now I have a table participant here. So if I was checking this off, this one done, right? So got that one done. Got that one done. So now I'm on here. Edit the first record in the table participant. So I'm going to open up table participant. I'm going to close that up right now. Edit the first so that the last name field is student, and the first name field, oops, I didn't do a capital, student tab, and the first name field is access. Notice that there's a pencil here. That pencil tells me that this change has not been made. I can just move off of the record. I just use my down arrow key, and that information is saved. So I can come over here, and I did that. Add a new record to append the row. So to append, I'm going to come down here and find the new record, click on it, and it brings me. So that's 30, Fox, Jeff, and I'm just using my tab key to move through here. And you want to make sure that you type it exactly. I moved off of the record so that my pencil is gone, and if I look at the directions, now I can close the participant table, and I'm done with this item. Okay. Use the query wizard to select the following fields from the table participant in this order. So I'm going to create query wizard, the simple query wizard, from table participant. So I verified table participant, and then I want last name, first name, city, finish, save, and this saved it as a, so I'm going to double you know what, I messed up. So that's all right, I'll show you how to change it. So I'm going to close that. Here is my table participant. I'm going to right click, rename, and they want it to be QRY participant Santa Fe, all together. So now I have this item done. Switch to design view of, okay, so we're in design view. We're going to come home, switch to design view. This is design view. This is datasheet view. This button here on the either on the design or the home tab will switch you between views. So we want to be in design view. Switch to design view and type Santa Fe in the criteria row of, so Santa Fe. Sort the okay, so this one is done. Sort the results of the query by last name. So last name, sort, ascending, then by first name, ascending, run the query. So now we just have the people in Santa Fe in order by last name, and then within last name by first name. I'm going to go ahead and do a save, and I can come over here, and that piece is done. I can close out of my query, and it says create a form using table participant. So you want to be sitting on table participant. We're going to do create form. It's going to automatically create a form based on this participant table. We want to edit the title to be participant form, and then save. We're going to keep that name. Add a new, so wait, so okay, so we did this. We edited the title. So the next thing we're going to do is a new record. So we're going to do the same thing, new record, 30, oh, we need to be in form view. So I switched my view to form view so I could enter new records. So 31 Silva Jackson, 1509 Main Street. Okay, I went off and finished this. So once again, do you see the pencil here? I have to tab off of this last field and go to the next record, and then it's saved. So I can come over here and I can mark that as done. I can close out of the form, and I'm going to do a report wizard. So create report wizard. From the table participant, we're going to do last name, first name, city, contact phone number. Next, group the participants by city. So we want to group it by city. Next, sort by last name, ascending, first name, ascending. Next, we're going to save the report as RPT participants by city. Finish. And then so this is done. The next thing is in layout. You know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop my movie here because I'm over the amount that YouTube is going to let me do it. I'm going to finish these and show you how to submit it in the next movie. All right, guys. Thanks.